Good afternoon, classmates. Today we'll be talking about the European Trade Mission, which took place in January 2015. So throughout this presentation, we'll start by talking about what the trade mission actually is, then we'll relate it to Italy, then the World Economic Forum, then Ukraine, politics, opportunities, infrastructure, and then at the end, risks.
In January 2015, Ed Fast, Canada's former Minister of International Trade, led a trade mission to Europe. The trip took Fast and his team to Italy and Ukraine with the stoppage at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The trade mission was divided up into three parts. Fast and his team flew to Rome, Italy, to promote the newly signed Canadian-European Union Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, or CETA. Fast stopped at the World Economics Forum in Davos, Switzerland to promote Canadian businesses on the international stage. Fast flew to Ukraine after to help negotiate a free trade agreement and create projects to help Ukraine battle local and social issues.
So Ed Fast met with Italian officials to discuss how CETA can benefit both countries. That's when Italy realized that Canada has the potential to supply them with sustainable energy, and Ed met with the Vice Minister of Economic Development to discuss an agreement to supply Italy with sustainable energy. So they basically ended up signing a Canadian-Italian Joint Science, Technology and Innovation Action Plan.
Next, Minister Fast attended the World Economics Forum in Switzerland for 4 days. He met with world leaders and discussed advantages with working with Canadian businesses. Over 40 Canadian business leaders represented Canada at the forum. Ed highlighted how CETA offered a competitive advantage by offering free trade when working with Canada.
In the final steps of the trade mission, Fast led his team to Ukraine. Ukraine is a priority country under Canada's Global Market Action Plan and development country to focus under Canada's Aid Effectiveness Agenda. The purpose of the trade mission was to help Ukraine achieve its goal of freedom, democracy, and economic growth. Now Fast renewed discussions for the Canadian-Ukraine Free Trade Agreement and signed it. So basically, 4 projects totaling $52 million were announced to promote economic development, increase investments in a private sector, and to create new jobs in Ukraine. So $315 million to support economic stabilization for democracy, human rights, and humanitarian assistance and security reasons. Ukraine and Italy are both democratic countries with a capitalist economic view. Both countries fall in the middle of this political spectrum.
Both countries have a free market, which offers various business opportunities to invest in. Italy's geographical location allows access to the entire European market. Italy has a limited supply of oil, gas, and energy in contrast to Canada, which offers Canadian companies such as Husky and Suncor to supply Italy with oil and energy. Italy is a leader in science and innovation, which can offer Canadian businesses with access to the best research and development teams. Italy is also one of the few European countries to have good relations with the Middle East, which can lead to potential relationships for Canadian businesses. Ukraine is a crossroad offering access to the Asian, Russian, and European market. Ukraine's pro-Western government is trying to sign free trade agreements with Western European countries, offering free trade in all of the European Union. Ukraine has a very poor infrastructure which offers Canadian businesses such as Bombardier to help modernize Ukraine's infrastructure.
Italy has an excellent infrastructure. It has well-connected railroads, roads, expressways. Also, it's a major power in container shipping in the Mediterranean with 1,500 miles of waterway for commercial purposes. Most of Italy's goods are transported on roads, so roads are constantly upgraded. Infrastructure is very poor south.
There is high corruption in Italy which can hinder Canadian businesses who wish to invest and operate in Canada. Italy's political structure creates political instability because whenever there's an election, the leading government and regulations change all the time according to the leading political party. Also, Italy has some of the highest taxes of any European country, similar to its size of 31.4%. Also, there's increased terror attacks all over Europe by extremist groups such as ISIS. In the Ukraine, there's high unemployment, and there's a lot of pro-Russian attacks occurring frequently, and this results in limited access to all of the Ukraine, and this creates economic and political instability. In conclusion, the trade mission was very successful because free trade agreements were created between Italy and the Ukraine, and the world community got to know about the benefits of working with Canadian businesses.